Yoga from the scratch. Your first steps on the mat. In this series, you'll find all you need to know to move your body and mind in a healthy way. Align your bones and muscles. Understand movement. And relearn to breathe.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the third sequence of the Yoga for Beginners sequences. Today we're gonna go into a more creative flow, since last time we learned the Sun Salutations, which are really traditional flows, and we're still gonna warm up with them, and then we'll go into a more creative flow. So whenever you're ready, find your mat and get comfortable. We'll start in Child's Pose. Okay, for this first Child's Pose, you can find out what is most comfortable for you. There is the option to close your knees, and most of the time we bring our arms back in this position. Or if you're more comfortable, you can open your knees to the sides and then bring your arms to the front. Whatever works for you, whatever is best. And then from here, just take a little moment to connect to your breath. Start to observe your breath. Observe how the air enters your body and how the air leaves your body again. Really good. And then from here, start to really activate your core. So it's an active Child's Pose. You can lift your belly button up. And try with your next inhalation to really deeply inhale into your belly first, then into your ribs, and then into your chest. And then exhale from your chest, ribs, and belly, and you can release your head on the mat. Perfect. One more deep inhalation. And then as you exhale, slowly bring your hands to the front and come into a tabletop position. We'll start to warm up our spine here. So again, we open our knees, hip width distant apart. We bring our shoulders, our elbows, and our wrists in one line. And then we come to a neutral back. So we kind of bring shoulder blades a little closer together, release your neck. Perfect. With your next inhalation, we look up, bring your head up, and then slowly bring your vertebra down. Keep your back up. And then as you exhale, from your tailbone, tuck it under and round through your spine again. Round your spine, push into the mat, release your neck. And then as you inhale again, bring your head up, bring your seat up, arch your back, open up, bring your shoulders back, and really push through your fingertips into the mat. Exhale from your tailbone, come back up, round your spine, really push into the mat. Perfect. One more time. Inhale. Arch your back. And then as you exhale from your tailbone, round your spine. Perfect. With your next inhalation, come back to neutral position. And then from here, start to tuck your toes under. Activate your core again by lifting your belly button inside. And then from here, just lift up your knees a tiny little bit. Hold the posture, stay stable, really good. Inhale. And then with your exhalation, come back down. With your next inhalation, come a little closer to the center of the mat. Bring your hands a little more to the front. Perfect. Keep your toes tucked. Inhale, lift your knees up. And then slowly push your hips back and up into your first downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent. And now we're gonna work on this posture of the downward facing dog again. So here you might wanna open your feet a little more, your legs a little wider, still a little wider. Bend your knees, keep your knees soft. Bring your hands a little closer to the front. Ground down through your pinky, through the middle finger and to your thumb. And then really ground down the hands. Feel the uplift in your upper arms. Turn your triceps inwards. Create space in your shoulder blades. Release your neck. And then from here, bring your seat back and up. Release your sternum forward. Open up your chest here, really good. Find length in your upper body. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale deeply. And exhale. All right, from here, start to walk your feet to the top of the mat. You can take as many steps as you need. You can bend your knees. Perfect. And then with your inhalation, take a halfway lift, as we learned it last time. Bring your hands on your shins, open your chest, and create a flat back. So you can really rest your hands on your shins, and then stretch through the collarbones. Bring your shoulder blades together. Inhale. As you exhale, fold forward again. And then you can bend your knees as much as you need. And then with your next inhalation, slowly raise your arms overhead and come to standing. Inhale, extend your arms to the sky. And then as you exhale, release your arms. Perfect. From here, step to the top of your mat. Remember the position top of your mat. And we're gonna work with Skandasana, the mountain posture. So first you want to bring your feet parallel, so you might need to bring your heels a little far outside. And then soften your knees, slightly turn your thighs inwards, neutralize your hips. I'll give you a little lift here first. Perfect. And then from here, stretch or lengthen through your collarbones. Have soft ribs here. And then really lengthen down your shoulder blades, crown of your head to the sky. Perfect. So from here we start with the first Sun Salutation, the step back version. With your inhalation, raise your arms up overhead. Really extend your arms, create space in your back. And then as you exhale, release, fold forward. Bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, halfway lift. Perfect. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down, and step your right leg back into lunge posture. Perfect. So we really want to bring our feet and our hands in one line. So you might, yes, perfect. And then from here, activate your back leg. And we can see this, the knee is slightly over the ankle. So we really want to bring the knee and the ankle in one line. Perfect. Activate your back leg. Turn your thighs slightly inward, but keep your hips square. Perfect. Inhale. And with your next exhalation, step your left leg back and come into downward facing dog. Keep your knees bent. Perfect. With your next inhalation, round forward into plank. Remember to keep your shoulders, elbows, and wrists stuck. And then as you exhale, bring your knees down, bend your elbows, lower down. Perfect. With your inhalation, come up, open up your chest. Perfect. This is already upward facing dog. Release your toes. Perfect. And then exhale, come back up into downward facing dog. Push back, bend your knees. Perfect. Stay here for 2 breaths and really reconnect to all of the anchor points that we have. Our hands, push your fingers down, soften your knees. Push your hips back, Find length through your shoulder blades. One more deep inhalation. And then as you exhale, bend your knees, look between your hands, and step your right leg back forward to the front. Left leg. Perfect. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands on your shin. Straight back. Exhale, release, forward fold. Bend your knees. And with your next inhalation, bring your arms to the sides and come back up. Perfect. Find length here, ground through your feet. And then as you exhale, release your arms to the sides. Very good. Take a moment to feel your body, to breathe, to equalize your breath again. Find again your posture on the top of the mat. Parallel feet. And then with your next inhalation, raise your arms up again. Left side. Really extend your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands down, and this time step back with your left leg. And again, find your knee over your ankle. So there is like one line. You might want to go back a tiny little bit. Keep your chest open. Activate your back leg. And then square your hips again. So your right hip pushes slightly back and the left hip forward. Perfect. Inhale. Exhale, step your right leg back, come into downward facing dog. Perfect. Inhale, shift forward into plank. And this time you can choose if you want to do the full chaturanga. Exhale, come down. Perfect. Inhale, upward facing dog. Stretch through the collarbones. And exhale, downward facing dog. Push back, roll over your toes. Really, really good. All right, let's stay here for 2 breaths. Release your neck. Your gaze can go to your knees. Push your hips back and up. One more deep inhalation. As you exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, look between your hands, step forward with your left leg first. Then your right leg, halfway lift. Exhale, release, fold forward. And then as you inhale, extend your arms to the side, slowly come up. Exhale, release your arms to the sides. Perfect. Let's take another moment here to feel, to connect to your breath. You might want to close your eyes for a moment and feel the energy circulating in your body. And the next flow we're going to do is meant to open your side body, to really feel the stretch, find the stretch through the sides of your body, to open up. Really good. And then open your eyes again. Come back into Tadasana, the mountain posture. Exhale. Open your mouth for a little moment. All right, with your next inhalation, we come into Utkatasana, the chair posture. So inhale, bend your knees, bring your arms up. Release your neck, extend your arms forward, tap your ears, belly button inside. And as you exhale, release, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees, bring your hands down and step right back into plank posture. From here, with your next inhalation, drop your knees down. And then exhale, slide right forward and come into Sphinx. Bring your elbows down on the mat and bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Open your chest. As you exhale, bring your head down and then slide your hands next to your ribs. Inhale, push back up, upward facing dog. Come onto the top of your toes. And then exhale, push back down into downward facing dog. Push back up. With your inhalation, extend your right leg up. Keep your hips square. Exhale, bend your right knee, bring your right knee into your chest, and then with control, step your right foot in between your hands. We're preparing for Warrior One. If you remember, in Warrior One, we put our left foot down, kind of turn the heel inwards and the toes outwards. Perfect. And with your next inhalation, extend your arms overhead and come up. Perfect. Extend your arms. So we again start to build the posture from the ground. We really ground down through our feet. Find length. Square our hips. And the feet, the legs ground down, and the upper body lifts. So we really extend our arms up. Inhale deeply. And exhale, you might want to bend your right knee a little more. Also ground down through this foot. And then with your exhalation, we change into Warrior Two. We don't know this posture yet, so I'll explain it to you. The most important thing is that we turn the right arm to the front, left arm to the back. And now we want to widen the stance a little more. So you might want to take your left leg a little back, and we open the toes a little more to the sides. Exactly, that's already what you did. Perfect. Gaze goes to your right fingertips, and we don't want to hinge forward or backward, we stay centered. This is a deep hip opener, knee over ankle, arms in one line, gaze goes to your right fingertips. Really good. Stay here, connect your breath, activate your back leg. And as you exhale, turn your right palm to the front, to the sky. Bring your left hand down to your left leg, and then open your right arm overhead and really stretch through the right side of your body. Really good. Go as far as it feels good. Inhale deeply and really look underneath your right arm to the sky. You might not want to see it. Inhale. And with your exhalation, rebend your right knee. Bring your right elbow on top of your right knee, and then circle your left arm to the front and up, side body opening. Really good. Keep your hips open. Ground down through the knife edges of your feet. Inhale deeply, bring your left hand overhead. Connect to your breath, really good. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand back down, frame your right foot, come back into lunge position, come onto the tippy toes of your left leg, perfect. And then from here you want to really ground down through your left hand, and with your inhalation, raise your right arm up into a little twist. Keep your back leg active and try to really stay on the inside of your right foot. Keep your hips square. Inhale. And then as you exhale, we want to transition into Skandasana on the left. So you bring your right hand back down. With your next inhalation, we walk with our hands towards your left side and come into Skandasana on your left. Bend your left knee, and you can keep your heels up from the ground, whatever feels good. Inhale. Exhale, come back to the top of the mat. Frame your right foot. And then from here, step back your right leg. Come into Chaturanga as you exhale. Bend your elbows, come down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. From here, let's take a little break. You can take whatever posture feels good for you. You can come into child's pose, bring your knees down. Or you can take any other sitting or laying posture. Really good. Let's calm down our breath. So what he's doing, he is like on the top of his feet, but you can also tuck your toes under and give your toes a little stretch, whatever feels good for you here. Let's take 2 to 3 more deep inhalations before we move to the other side. And there was a couple of new postures in this sequence that we haven't done before. The first posture was Warrior 2, where we really open our hips. The second was the side body opening, Peaceful Warrior, where we open the side of our body. And the extended side angle, where we get both at the same time, deep stretch through our hips and a side stretch. Perfect. I hope you had enough rest, your breath is calm again, and then from here we slowly come back without a rush into downward facing dog. Take the base first, really ground down through your fingertips. Keep your knees bent and then push back up. Really good. Let's go through the left side. With your inhalation, extend your left leg up. Keep your hips square. And then exhale, bend your left knee, bring your left knee into your chest, and with control, step it forward in between your hands. Perfect. We prepare for Warrior 1. So you want to bring the heel of your right foot down and bring the right foot a little closer. Maybe step your left leg a little closer to the front. Perfect. And then from here with the next inhalation, we ground down through the knife edges and bring our upper body up, extend your arms up overhead. Perfect. Take 2 to 3 deep breaths. Activate your back leg. Keep your hips square, knee over ankle, soft ribs. Crown of the head up. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, we open into Warrior 2. So again, left arm comes to the front, right arm back. And we open the distance of our legs a little more. So yeah, step your right leg a little back. And he opens his toes a little more. So it's almost 45 degrees, or almost 90 degrees. Keep your left knee bent over ankle, drop down, look to your left fingertips, arms in one line. 2 deep breaths, really deep hip opening. 1 more deep inhalation, and then as you exhale, open your left palm to the sky, bring your right hand to your right leg, and open up into side body stretch. So with your right hand, you can find a little bit of a hole in your right leg, but try to not push onto your knee. Perfect. Inhale deeply. Make sure you don't collapse with your left knee here. Perfect. And then as you exhale, bring your left elbow onto your left knee and circle your right arm overhead. Side body opening, really good. Extended side angle here. Again, try to not collapse. Keep your hips square. Find this one line grounding down through the knife edge of your right foot. One line into your arm. Perfect. Inhale deeply. And as you exhale, release. Frame your right foot, your left foot. Come onto the left toe, to the right toes. And then with your next inhalation, extend your left arm up into easy twist. Really good. Activate your right leg. Open up. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bring your left hand back down. Walk through the right side of your mat and come into Skandasana on the other side. Really good. You can bring your heel up here if you want. Okay. Inhale. And then as you exhale, walk back to the top of your mat. Frame your left foot. Step your left leg back. And we do a vinyasa. So this is the flow we always do. Come forward, chaturanga as you exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog, push up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really good. Take a deep inhalation in. With your next inhalation, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, left foot to the outside of your left hand, and then slowly come down into Malasana. Deep hip opening. Perfect. If your heels are lifted, doesn't matter at all. You are where you want to be. Try to bring your tailbone down, and then for a moment, try to find a little movement. So you can walk your hands to the left, To the right, you can also move your knees. Perfect. Just to get a little bit of this mobility. Try to keep your tailbone down. Keep your back straight. Inhale deeply. And exhale. Perfect. And then with your next inhalation, slowly bring your hands behind your back and come to seated as slowly as you can. Perfect. From here, scoop a little forward so your knees bend. And then as you inhale, reach forward with your arms. And as you exhale, activate your core and go back as slowly as you can. Lay on your back. Slowly bring each vertebra on the ground, step by step. Really good. Perfect release. From here, we're gonna go into a little peak posture. It's gonna be the bridge pose, which is a deep back bend and chest opening, but don't worry, our body is really prepared for it, or your body is prepared for it after this flow. So what we're gonna do, how we're gonna start, is we're gonna bring our feet closer to our bodies so you can touch your heels with your fingertips. Perfect. And then from here, we're gonna lift up in steps. So the first thing you're gonna do is you try to keep your knees kind of close, really ground down through your feet again, and the work is gonna come from your legs. So with your next inhalation, push your hips up. Really good, a little more, push them up, and really try to grow with your sternum. Push your hips up, really good. And if it feels good, you can interlace your fingers behind your back and even get your shoulders a little more underneath your back and get a little bit more of this opening. Really good, push your hips up, stay connected to your breath, push your hips up, connect your knees, inhale. And then with your exhalation, release your arms and slowly, vertebra, vertebra, come back down. Perfect. Once you're down, you can extend your legs and find a neutral posture, neutralizing your spine with a little Shavasana. We're almost done. This was the peak posture, and we're just gonna counter pose it for a little moment, and then we'll come to the relaxation. Take one more deep inhalation in. Exhale, release. And then we're gonna move on to a little counter posture to our back bend. It's gonna be a hip opening. It's called Happy Baby. So for this posture, you wanna bend your knees into your chest. And then reach with your arms to the inside of your legs. And from here, grab the outside of your feet. Perfect. And now you understand why it's called Happy Baby, because this is what babies do, and they're gonna obviously be happy about it. So you wanna push your legs up, push your feet into your hand. Yes. And then you might wanna roll a little bit from side to side, just whatever feels good. You can give your back a little massage here. You can also try to extend one leg or the other. Perfect. And just find a little movement. All right, keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Inhale, and then come to stillness. And with your exhalation, release your feet. Bring the soles of your feet to the ground one more time. And then from here, just let your knees drop together from one side to the other side, like a windshield wiper, releasing any tension from your hips. Really good. One more time each side. Perfect. And then with your next inhalation, come back center. And from here, extend your legs. Let your feet drop to the side. Bring your arms with your palms facing up next to you. And then close down your eyes from here. And let's take one more deep inhalation in. Inhale even a little more. And more. And if you can't inhale no more, hold your breath, hold it, hold it. And now open your mouth and exhale. Really good. From here, let your breath flow naturally again. And just bring the awareness into your body. Start by feeling your head laying on the mat, releasing your forehead, your jaw, your lips, releasing your shoulders, letting them drop into the mat, your abdomen, your hips, thighs, calves, feet, and toes. Release your arms, your hands, and relax your fingertips. And then from here, just give yourself a little time to integrate all of the benefits of the practice. You can stay as long as you need to. 3 to 5 minutes or 10 if it feels good. Thank you so much for practicing with us. I hope you enjoyed the practice. I hope you're feeling the benefits of opening up your body, your side body, your hips. And next time we're gonna focus a little more on our core. So we're really gonna do postures to really engage and also challenge a little bit our core. And we're gonna put all of this together into a nice little flow. So enjoy the rest of your day. And if you like the practice, just give me a thumb up and share the practice with someone that you think might really enjoy it as well. Thank you so much and see you soon.
I hope you really enjoyed stepping on your mat for the first time, moving your body, connecting to your breath. And you probably felt some muscles that you've never felt before, but that's all right. Consistency makes up for success. So if you like the practice, I'd be really happy if you gave me a thumb up. And also if you shared the practice with someone that you think could like it, could enjoy it as well as you did. See you around.